Caesar. my bad, Neil. Texas High, please send a roster to the press box, or a roster to the press box.
Good evening, soccer fans, and welcome to another thrilling night of high school soccer. We are live from the historic Tomato Bowl as the Jacksonville Indians take on the Texas High Tigers in a crucial district matchup. I'm Ryan Travis alongside Paul Travis, and we are excited to be joining you in a pivotal district match tonight.
That's right, Ryan. This game is absolutely vital for Jacksonville as they push toward a potential district title. With just a few games left in the season, every match is critical, and tonight is no exception. A win here would keep them in the hunt for the championship deciding showdown against Mount Pleasant next Friday night.
Taking a look at tonight's matchup, Jacksonville's coming off a big bounce-back win last Friday, dominating Hallsville 4-1. That victory was exactly what the Indians needed after a tough 5-1 loss to Tyler High last Tuesday. They'll need to carry that momentum into tonight's game, and it all starts with strong defense and capitalizing on their opportunities up top.
And speaking of opportunities, the Indians have some key players to watch. Sebastian Orr has been a spark for the offense, creating chances and finding the back of the net when it matters most. On the defensive end, Gustavo
Arellano.
Yes, thank you. Ryan is expected to be back in the goal tonight. He'll need to be at his best against a solid Texas High squad.
The Indians capitalized on their chances on the road last Friday, so let's take a look at the highlights from Hallsville. Going to start off, looks like Hallsville came out with lots of pressure early, much like we saw with the girls the other night. They had a couple really good chances early, just couldn't quite put one away in the first half. And so you had some shots from distance there from Hallsville, and then you have a couple shots from Jacksonville. This one from KC from well outside, but off the crossbar, narrowly misses and finds Jacksonville their first goal. We do have the first goal here from Sebastian Juarez from a crazy angle under the crossbar over the keeper. Heck of a shot there from Sebastian. And Sebastian with a hat trick on Friday night. Gets his second one here. A well-played through ball there by KC. Gets it past the goalkeeper and in for Jacksonville with a 2-0 lead now. And we're going to have a PK. This one taken by Sebastian Juarez. Slotted to the right side. So Jacksonville up 3-0 in the first half. Hallsville once again had a number of opportunities. This one a good save from Gustavo. And Jacksonville with another PK. I believe Armando Lara taking this one. Puts it upper 90 left side away from the keeper and puts Jacksonville up 4-0 in the second half. And we did have a goal from Hallsville. These did not make its way through on the highlights, but a really good shot there from the Bobcats from distance. And Tristan Barajas able to make the save. So they take down Hallsville 4-1 on Friday. And let's not forget the last time these two teams met, Jacksonville dominated with a 4-0 victory on the road. The Indians played one of their most complete games of the season, controlling possession and shutting down Texas High's attack. If they can replicate that performance tonight, they'll put themselves in a great position to secure another key win.
Texas High won't make it easy, though. In this district, where every game has been hard-fought, the Tigers are looking to come out to the Tomato Bowl and get a huge upset win against Jacksonville, similar to what Tyler High did last week. Jacksonville's backline needs to stay disciplined and limit mistakes if they want to come out on top.
Absolutely. So let's take a look at the district standings. Execution is everything in a game like this, and the Indians need to play with intensity from the opening whistle. They need to control possession and make the most of their scoring chances tonight. After losing to Tyler last week, Jacksonville now sits in second place in district. It's a very windy night here in the historic Tomato Bowl, but a win tonight will put them in prime position for that massive district showdown on Friday in Mount Pleasant.
Yeah, and to do that, here are the keys for the game for Jacksonville. They've got to keep a solid defensive shape. The Indians must stay compact at the back, not allow Texas High to break them down. They've got to have quick transitions. Jacksonville needs to move the ball effectively from defensive attack to create scoring chances. They've got to be quick with their transitions. You got to stay clean. Set piece execution, taking advantage of free kicks and corner kick opportunities to be a game changer for them. They've got to finish strong. Jacksonville's got to stay focused for the full 80 minutes. They've got to close out the match with intensity, and that'll be crucial.
No doubt about it. It's a great night here in the historic Tomato Bowl. It's about I think 63 degrees. We've got 20-mile-an-hour winds with gusts up to 40, so you'll probably hear some wind noise come through on our mic. I did look earlier. It's called a dead cats. It's a fuzzy thing that they put on microphones to cut out the wind. Those are only rated for like 10 to 20-mile-an-hour winds usually. So with gusts up to 40, you're going to hear some wind noise tonight. I know you can't see the flags currently on the broadcast, but I don't know when we've seen them blow quite as much as they have tonight.
Yeah, they're stiff. They look like they starched the flags up there tonight. Plus, we've got this dust storm that's blown into Texas in the last hour, really. I mean, when I left work, it was not. It was actually kind of clear and looked okay. And then
it's been windy for most of the day.
It's been windy, but the dust didn't come in until
the last hour or so. During the JV game, it kind of got hazier and hazier out, and I don't know.
It's not
probably
cloudy. That's what's nuts. If you look up,
it's not really cloudy. It's just lots of dust that's just kind of hanging over all of Jacksonville right now, and it currently feels like 51. So the wind's actually making it feel 12 degrees cooler than the actual temperature. But it's actually got gusts up to 45 miles an hour now.
I mean, those flags are
they're ripping, yeah. And you'll see it when on the broadcast. Hopefully, you'll be able to see it. You can see the nets on the ends really moving. The goalposts as well, very active. Lots of shaking going on with the goalposts. And hopefully – it won't play too much of a factor. It played a pretty big factor in the JV game. There were a couple times where late in the game we stop the ball and the wind blows it away from our player. So they have to track back and get it rather than be able to make a move like they were intending to. So we'll see how that it affects the varsity. It may die down here. I think it's supposed to be windy through the day tomorrow, so I don't know how much that we'll see it die down, but I mean, it's going to be a factor, and a lot of times weather can be an equalizer in soccer, especially with wind, especially if it's straight down the field. It is not straight down the field today. It is directly across the field from the home side to the visitor side.
We do have our side stands is going to mute some of the wind, but obviously on the end that
Well, both ends. The goals are moving a lot.
On the ends where the fields where you're going to get the most wind. Like if you're playing, Ryan, what do you need to do different when you play in windy conditions like this?
Definitely keeping the ball on the ground is going to be super important. The wind's going to move the ball a lot if you're playing it in the air, and that's kind of Jacksonville's game plan a lot of the time is to play a ball over the top. It's going to affect how that you're able to run onto that ball. So the more passes, quick pass, short passes that we can see tonight from the Indians, the better. It is teacher appreciation tonight, so we are going to have some of the, I believe, just high school teachers walk out with the players as they get our player introductions in just a moment. The stage is set for tonight. Fans are fired up. We're just moments away from kickoff, under 30 seconds. Once again, thank you for joining us tonight on JISD Live. And stick with us as we bring you all the action after we hear the lineups for both teams and have the playing of the national anthem. Jacksonville versus Texas High coming up next.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the historic downtown Tomato Bowl Stadium for tonight's district match between the visitors from Texas High and your Jacksonville Fightin Indians. We're going to start with player introductions, starting first on the visitor side. Number 00, Jeremiah DeBrow. Number 1, Jared Chavez. Number 2, Noah Pritchett. Number 3, Davian Webb. Number 4, Colin Pritchett. Number 5, Giovanni Moya. Number 6, Graham Fuller. Number 7, Brian Rodriguez. Number 9, Deacon Corbett. Number 10, Frank Belk. Number 11, Tony Yuck. Number 12, Abel Marufo. Number 13, Jeffrey Green. Number 14, Cade Burnett. Number 15, Edgar Hernandez. Number 16, Jace Kelly. Number 17, Michael Moya. Number 18, Hasiel Guzman. Number 19, Brian Keyston. Number 20, Brian Torres. Number 21, Timothy Bickman. Number 22, Jesus Hernandez. Number 23, Rylan McCarley. 24, Jaden Denning. Number 25, Micah Ogeron. Number 26, Pierce Warner. 27, Colin Jackson. 33, Victor Morales. And number 34, Edgar Yacht. Texas High is coached by Zach And now, ladies and gentlemen, as your Fightin Indians make their way onto the field, they will be escorted by one of their favorite staff members. Number 1, Sebastian Juarez, escorted by Coach Holman. Number 2, Edgar Moriera, with Mrs. Torres. Number 3, Oscar Escareno with Mr. Brown. Number 4, Cole Killingsworth, escorted by Miss Zavala. Number 5, Cleveland Salazar, walking with Mrs. Robinson. Number 6, Armando Laura with Miss Butler. Number 7, Ilario Ochoa, escorted by Mrs. Perez. Number 8, Christian Castillo and Coach Carlson. Number 9, Jack Torres, walking with Coach Robinson. Number 10, Axel Ramirez with Coach Gonzalez. Number 11, Victor Mendoza, walking with Mrs. Powell. Number 12, Davian Tamara, walking with Coach Orr. Number 13, Aiden Galvan, accompanied by Mr. Hayden. Number 14, Leo Ramirez, walking with Mrs. Vance. Number 15, Marco Sotelo, escorted with Mrs. Russell. Number 16, Jacob Gonzalez with Mrs. Bell. Number 17, Giovanni Castillo with Mrs. Gueron. Number 19, Ethan Nava with Mrs. Miller. Number 23, Carol Cardenas, walking with Coach Alexander. Number 94, Tristan Barajas with Mrs. Goen. And number 98, Gustavo Ariano, escorted by Mrs. Stevens. Your Indians are led by head coach Rudy Harvio, assisted by Brian Gonzalez and Braden Hort. Now, ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Gentlemen, remove your hats for the playing of the national anthem.
All right. We are just about set to go here in the historic Tomato. Once again, thank you for joining us on JISD Live. And shout out to all the teachers here tonight to walk out with the boys. Always a good time when you've got teachers here. And we've got a pretty good crowd here tonight.
I was going to give a shout out to Mount Pleasant soccer team for finally deciding to go line up for the
Texas High.
Texas High for finally deciding to end their warm up so we could get started with a game.
We weren't sure what exactly they had going on. I do have an expected starting 11 tonight. We'll see how correct it is in just a moment as the boys get ready to take the field. Once again, taking a look at the Indians formation, they're running a 4-4-2 with a diamond in the midfield. Head coach Rudy Jaramillo. Gustavo in goal tonight. Davian Tavera, Edgar Marrera at center back, left back Jack Torres, right back Kleber Salazar, Ethan Nava at defensive mid, Christian Castillo at left mid, Armando Lara at right with Carol Cardenas attacking mid, Sebastian Juarez and Jacob Gonzalez up top for the Indians' expected lineup. We'll see how correct it is. That was the lineup they went with the last game, and I think maybe a couple before that. So we'll see how correct that starting 11 is tonight. Both teams
getting ready to get ready.
Getting ready to get ready. Yeah. Huddled up on the sideline, going to get last words from the coaches before they take the field for a very windy night in the historic Tomato Bowl.
Yeah, you ever notice, Ryan, when watch a European game, when they say the kickoff is at 12 o'clock,
yeah,
the game comes on, they have pregame, people are talking, like that happens before 12. At 12 o'clock, I mean, the guy's got his watch set with the atomic clock in wherever it is in the world, and when that dude hits 12:00:00,
that whistle is
blowing. The ball rolls. We're not talking about soccer. We're not thinking about soccer. We are playing soccer. So, personally, I like to play soccer. Now we're going to see who it is as we take a photo of who's going to start the game. Does that match what you're looking at?
I'm pretty certain that it's going to match. I think maybe the only exception is you're probably going to see Kleber Salazar at left back and Colt Killingsworth at right back. Pretty close. This is a lineup that we've seen several times this season. I went with the one that they've, more recently gone with. Ultimately, you make one change and starting 11 graphic I make is incorrect. But we will see Cole making his start at right back and Kleber Salazar at left back. That's the only change from starting 11.
I know Rudy doesn't want to call you up and give anything away because it might,
Well,
slip
he was
out.
up here earlier, but I thought about asking him. I was like, at this point, I've already got the graphic made. We'll just roll with it, and if it's wrong, we'll make an adjustment. But do have Gustavo back in goal tonight. I think he played last Friday for the first half as well. I noticed in the highlights Tristan Barajas was in at goal. We do have Gustavo once again making the start tonight in goal for the Indians. Looks like trying to adjust the goal currently is I don't know if maybe it got blown off. I mean, maybe somebody ran into it earlier.
I don't think the referee did not go inspect that.
He didn't. We're running a double again tonight for the referees. Once again, very windy night. You'll hear a little bit of wind noise on the field mic, so apologies for whatever wind, but you're just getting the full experience here on the JSD Live broadcast. Hopefully you don't have like a subwoofer hooked up that you're listening to the game through, because your house may rumble a little bit.
Yeah, it's almost like you're here tonight.
Ethan going to switch field, finds Cole. Cole trying to hit that one down the line for Armando Lara, broken up, quickly won back by Ethan. And Cole will be called for the foul. Got kind of tripped up there with the Tiger player, and we will have the first free kick of the game go to Texas High.
Find out what that wind does to the ball coming into the box now, because I bet they're going to put it up. This is one of those deals.
From what it looks like, unless they play it short to their guy on the sideline over there, I can't quite see.
I mean, this is to the
from
advantage
here.
of the attack team, the attacking team, because the defense is going to have a harder time dealing with the ball coming in, which will be an advantage for the attackers to try and, utilize that.
High ball played in, and going to go out for a Jacksonville goal kick.
From this angle, it's hard to tell what the ball did, but my bet
It looked like it just kind of floated and hung up there.
I bet
with the
that
wind.
with the wind blowing the way it is, it just pushed that ball off. I'm surprised he tried to go that long with it instead of trying to put it in front.
Edgar finds Cole, now inside for Armando.
Might want to work on our building out of the back.
Finds Davian, now to Ethan. Armando trying to scoop this one over for Cole. That one broken up by Brian Rodriguez for the Tigers.
Good recovery by Cole coming back.
Cole Killingsworth going to throw this one in for the Indians. KC's pass broken up by Texas High. Trying to push it forward quickly, finds the feet of Cole Killingsworth, who's going to send it across the field for Gonzalez. And Castillo gets past the defender, finds Sebastian. Texas High going to send this one quickly down the field, gets past the Jacksonville defense. Gustavo way out of the box, going to clear this one forward for the Indians.
He did a good job reading that and coming on out, because if he doesn't, it's going to good chance he's going to end up in a 1v1.
Cole trying to shield this one, go out of bounds. Long throw from Cole. You saw the wind kind of kill the end of that ball's flight. Now Armando looking to the near sideline for Jacob Gonzalez. Jacob going to hit it himself, just wide left. It's a good idea there from Jacob. Go ahead and hit one early. See if you can sneak one past the keeper, maybe catch him a little off guard on the first shot of the game for Jacksonville.
Looks like
it is very
it's windy. I was glad you turned that down. Look, they were thinking about trying to build out of the back, but Jacksonville's got the two attackers up there to try and defend high press, so we'll force them to kick out.
Christian Castillo wins the goal kick with a header, and now Texas High going to play it out for a Jacksonville throw. Salazar Able to find KC. He's going to play it off of, maybe not off of the defender. It's going to be a Texas High throw-in. It sure looked like that hit off of the defender. I think that was Michael Moya on defense for Texas High there. Looked like KC played him off of that, but either way, KC able to win the ball off the throw-in, quickly finds Jacob.
There's a
Christian Castillo going to intercept the Tigers' pass, and then Texas High trying to get some attack, not for long, and now the ball sent forward by the Tigers. Texas High inside the Jacksonville 18, shot wide right and out for a Jacksonville goal kick. Christian able to find KC, trying to lay that one off for Clever. Goes behind the feet of Clever Salazar.
Ooh.
And now
Collision
Texas
out there
High.
with Dave. That's not Davian. That's
Edgar. Yeah.
Edgar. They look almost identical from up here.
They're pretty close.
I can't see their numbers, and they look so similar. You know, they look
Jacob
so similar.
hits this one from distance straight to the keeper. I believe that is number 1, Jared Chavez, in goal. High short punt from Chavez. KC able to bring it down, finds Armando. Now Nava over for Cole. Cole with some room down the sideline, trying to get past the defender, plays it.
Oh, here we go.
Beats both of them inside the 18.
There it is.
Well played.
Oh,
ball.
almost
Sebastian
connected
shot.
that.
Sebastian shot blocked, and Armando hits one from distance straight to Chavez.
If you don't know, Ryan, that's my favorite play right there.
That is your favorite play.
That's my favorite play. And that's how close it was. So.
Yeah, it was a really well played ball from Cole to get past the defender and then find Sebastian on that short pass back, and just couldn't quite hit it past the defender.
Yeah, the defender came out and got a block on it.
Clever.
We're still on because we got the right guy.
Gonzalez.
Oh, come on. Put it in front of the goal. Obviously, we don't have a left foot.
Yeah, that's one you definitely like to see him hit left foot.
With a left back.
Just get it away from the keeper.
Left back that can't kick with a left foot.
Ball high into the air.
That guy has used his back twice on a ball.
Ball sent over for Gonzalez. Jacob trying to cut this one down the inline. It's going to go out for a goal kick.
Yeah, what's this number? You got better eyes than I do. Is it 8 or 9?
It's playing up top.
Yeah, but
I don't know.
he's not the top kid. He's the one right over in front of Cole.
I can't see it.
He's had 2 balls where he's intentionally played them with his back. So, there went your microphone.
The wind has changed directions, I think.
I think all 3
it
flags
sat
are blown.
there the whole JV game with no problems.
Yeah, it just went straight down the field.
Yeah. Interesting. It's also a little bit less hazy. It almost looked like it moved over.
It did open up. Kind of right before the game started, I noticed that it was opened up some. Oh, come on.
Davian finds Christian. Trying to poke this one over. Went over the head of Clever. Maybe thought Jacob was in the area. I think he may have been a little too far away. It's going to go out. Texas High will have a throw in. 8.5 minutes into the game. Still scoreless. Jacksonville's had several shots. most of them straight to the keeper, though, so far. So I'm sure they'll get one on target.
The best chance they had was the one Sebastian had on the cutback. You know, I'm really surprised, Ryan. We're 10 minutes into the game. Neither team seems to have adjusted to play a different style of soccer with the wind, because we still see a lot of long balls, a lot of long throw-ins.
Jacob able to play this one between the legs of the defender. Finds Castillo.
We just got to get in better
Hits
for a
it
shot.
early, too far out, and well wide of the goal.
Yeah, they've just got to work in and try and find those tight shots. You can't give up on the play so early. You know, we talk about this before. I don't know if boys game, girls games, like the percentage of shots. You were looking at the shots that were scored by MLS. Did you ever put that together?
No, I didn't ever go through it that close. But, I mean, almost every one of them is scored from just outside the 6-yard box for the most part. You have a couple that are from, like, the edge of the 18 or something. But most of them are, you know, really tight in close to goal.
Oh, there was a ball. Oh,
KC well high.
Yeah, when you're looking at it, like you watch high-level soccer, all the goals are going to be scored. Well, I say almost all the goals are going to be scored from in tight. They're trying to get the ball right on top of the 6-yard box and get a simple shot in the back of the net, poke it in, pass it in with their instep. There's not a lot of shots that are taken, you know, from much beyond the box. I mean, I know when you watch highlight reels, they'll show those, but they're part of why they're showing them is because they're so rare.
Sebastian looking through for Armando, able to poke it left-footed away from the keeper, but well wide of the goal and out for a Texas High goal kick. And, yeah, you know, we got to go watch Inter Miami and Houston on Sunday night, and I'm pretty sure, if I'm remembering correctly, every one of those goals was inside the 18, and several of them were, like, just outside the 6.
That's the target. I mean, just like what we saw a second ago. I mean, if you watch those teams play, their strategy is not to go directly to the goal. Their strategy is to go and get the ball in a position and then get it right in front of the goal. I mean, that's how they build their plays. How do we get the ball close to the goal, and then how do we get the ball right in front of the goal? You know, a lot of times we see players and they want to go so fast, like straight to the goal with the ball. But you watch high-level teams play, and it's more like watching a chess match. It's 3 steps. Like, we're not going to go straight at it. We're going to come in and we're going to, you know, come in from the side. We're going to get it in real tight to the, you know, just outside the width of the 6-yard box, but down, you know, within about 10 yards of the goal line. And then they're going to pop that ball back across the front.
Texas High going to take a shot from distance. This one takes a deflection. Gustavo able to make the grab for Jacksonville. Quickly going to throw this one out. Finds Christian Castillo with some room down this left side. Has Clever trailing behind him. Gonzalez not able to control it off the pass, and Texas High now trying to mount an attack. Christian Castillo quickly putting a stop to that. Tavera finds KC. KC with the ball
on
here for Clever onside. Clever going to cut it back.
Oh.
Right idea, trying to find Sebastian. Sebastian able to track back. Win it back for Jacksonville. Now Clever is offsides.
Now, he had all the time in the world on that one. He didn't have a lot of options to get the ball to. You know, they've got to set that up. When you see that coming, he needs to have somebody front post, somebody middle, and somebody back post.
I think this may be one of the issues that we see is trying to keep the ball in position with how hard the wind is blowing
turf.
on these
turf nemesis,
these free kicks. I think the referee said just go ahead and
do the best you can.
Kick it if it's rolling. Yeah. Long ball sent to the near sideline. It's going to go out. Castillo going to hand this one off to Salazar. Looks like Jack Torres warming up on the sideline. We'll probably see him on the field in just a moment. Clever looking across the field. Not quite hard enough on the pass. Armando Lara able to track back, win it, and then quickly taken back by Texas High with some numbers and space.
Yeah, we're lucky he couldn't control that ball.
Texas High with a long throw in, headed away by Edgar. And and shot wide left. We will see a substitution here for the Indians. Jack Torres going to make his way into the game. And Cole going to come off for Jacksonville. Going to switch Clever to right back, and now Jack into the game at left. Gustavo sends this one out off the goal kick, broken up by Texas High. Nava now finds Torres.
Oh, my goodness.
Hard pass back from Torres. Davian able to keep it in play, but quickly with attackers on him from Texas High.
The pace wasn't the problem, Ryan. The accuracy was the problem. He's expecting that ball to be played to his in front of him, not behind him.
Armando able to win it back on the far sideline for Jacksonville, trying to play this one low and through, and Texas High going to send this one all the way back down the field. Edgar going to try to shield this one, let it go out for a Jacksonville goal kick, and it does. Sebastian able to find Armando, and now back to Sebastian. Going to take the shot himself, just narrowly misses.
That was a great opportunity. That was a great opportunity.
There's a good little pass there from KC to start that play to find Sebastian, and good communication there between him and Armando. He's able to play it to Armando, kind of suck the defenders over, and then Sebastian able to find some space to run to.
He had plenty of room. He took a well taken shot. I know he's trying to go for that just inside the post. I'd rather see him miss that shot just wide of the post than hit the goalkeeper with it for sure.
Yeah. Gonzalez able to poke this one forward. Torres left-footed cross comes in, finds KC, can't bring it down. And Texas High able to clear it out on the far side for a Jacksonville throw.
Texas High's doing a good job keeping their defense organized. I mean, that ball comes in. He's got 3 defenders right in front of him.
Dangerous throw in there. And Texas High now able to clear. We have had a little switch on the wind. It was directly across the field. Almost looks like it's kind of at the Jacksonville attack's back now. From this end, anyway.
Now the other direction.
I don't know. Swirling wind. It's crazy. Crazy wind tonight. Clever trying to hit this one across. It's going to take a deflection out for a Jacksonville corner. Looks like Armando Lara going to make his way over to take the corner for the Indians. Good ball in and finds a goal. Wow. You want to talk about a wind-aided ball. That's about as wind-aided as it gets. Wow, Jacksonville directly in off the corner. We'll take a look at it here on the replay. Hopefully we got a good view of it here. It's a good, really well-played ball there from Armando. Left-footed, in-swinging ball. And I think the wind, just kind of kept pushing it towards the goal. Chavez not able to make a good read on it with the way that the wind was blowing, and Jacksonville finds the first goal of the game with just over 21 minutes remaining in the first half.
Yeah, it's almost like he couldn't quite judge where it was going to come out because he gets to it and puts his hands on it. He just, because it died so far, it's like it lost all its energy and he couldn't punch it away and just ends up going into the goal. Good decision on Armando's part to try that.
Yeah. Yeah, we said before the game wind was going to be a factor, and I mean, it got Jacksonville their first goal of the game. So I would definitely say that it's playing a part in the game right now.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up for our JHS student spotlight. Emory Stevens, Julian Salazar, and Andrea.
Nava able to find Torres. Jack now going to find Davian and plays it back to Jack Torres, looking over the top. Ball hit high into the air. Castillo able to find Sebastian off the chest, trying to get a little bit of a cheeky back heel there. Play it over the back line of the Tigers, and Jacksonville now going to have to reset after Texas High was able to clear.
Whoa.
Long ball sent forward by the Tigers. Edgar trying to bring it down. I think didn't realize quite how much time he had back there, and going to head it out of bounds for a Tiger throw-in.
See how fast that ball dropped? It looked like it hit a wall. It was just kind of going. It was like, it just rolled straight down.
Foul here going to go against Texas High. Yeah, the last time these two teams matched up was on Saturday, which was nice for Jacksonville to be able to make the drive 2.5 hours to Texarkana on a Saturday. So we had a little early start tonight, trying to get Tigers back home. I think maybe we were expecting some inclement weather as well. Most of all the rain hit this morning. I would say wind still might classify as inclement weather. Nothing to cancel a game, but definitely some harsh weather conditions tonight.
It's definitely not ideal.
Especially after Friday. I mean, it was a beautiful night for soccer.
Oh, yeah. Can't get it better. The good thing here is we've got turf, so we got a monsoon this morning.
Castillo hits this one across. Sebastian trying to bring it down. Trying to play it back for KC. Gets deflected away by Texas High. Salazar sends it back inside. KC not able to bring it down. Cleared back to Ethan Nava. Nava going to find Torres. Jack, left-footed cross comes in. Texas High able to clear. Jacob trying to make a move past the defender, still fighting for the ball. Now sent forward by the Tigers.
Jacob wants to try off those dribbling skills so bad he waits for defenders to come to him. You ever notice that?
Yeah, a lot of time, yeah.
He wants to use his dribbling skills so bad he'll wait until defenders come so he can get an opportunity to use them. Most players, they try and pass the ball off, move it quickly. They don't wait and try and set up a defender wants to set up a 1v1, not an attacker trying to set up their own 1v1. Oh.
Jack able to find Jacob. And Gonzalez finds Christian Castillo making a run. Gets past the defender. Left-footed shot comes in. Well saved by Chavez. And KC sends this one out over the wall and close to the train tracks.
I was going to say, that was a good thing the train wasn't coming by.
It didn't make it quite that far, but someone's going to have to go walk through the trees back there to retrieve that one.
It went way out there.
That was a really good save there from Jared Chavez as well. Because Christian Castillo hit a good shot in there. There's a lot of pace on that one.
It wasn't an easy one for the goalkeeper to catch. I mean, that's the kind of dangerous ball
away from him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ethan finds Armando now looking over the top. Kleber making a run down the right sideline and can't keep it in.
That's the tough part about the wind on these balls like that. It'll just carry them right off the field. Normal conditions.
It's probably fine.
Yeah, I think that ball dies and lays out there and he catches up to it. And then tonight it's just not slowing down for him.
I think we're going to have a handball here go against the Tigers. So that'll set up a Jacksonville free kick. Looks like Ethan Nava going to send this one in for the Indians. Going to play it quickly. Kleber going to send this one over the middle and out of bounds for a Texas High goal kick. 14.5 minutes remaining here in the first. Riley McCarley set to throw this one in for the Tigers. Davian hits this one high into the air. And now played over the top. Tigers trying to get behind the Jacksonville defense. Kleber with some good defensive play over there. Wins it back. And Armando now we're going to switch field.
Don't let it go out, Castillo. Don't let it go out. Beautiful. There it is. Now.
Oh, my.
Gonzalez over the top. Sebastian just wide on the shot. Took a deflection. We're going to have a Jacksonville corner.
I'm sitting here thinking about why aren't they playing simple? Make simple passes. You've got a lot of options. Control possession. Just wear the other team down. And then he makes a 50-yard pass, and Sebastian almost scores. There's more than one way to play the game.
Yeah. Corner coming in from Armando Lara. I think last time Jacksonville had a corner, they scored.
Yep.
Sebastian able to get ahead on it and well left of the goal. Couldn't find a teammate and out for a goal kick.
Yeah, we definitely have an advantage over.
75th student spotlight, Nichols Intermediate student.
Let's see who this is.
Stephen.
Yeah, we definitely have an advantage over Texas High with our ability to pass the ball and keep control, maintain possession. Like when you see the number of passes we're able to make, Texas High is not able to do that, to play soccer with that style of play.
Not so far, yeah.
I was going to say, Ryan, they can't see you when you shake your head. So, although
I'm aware.
if they were listening,
you can see me.
if they were listening to the telepathy tapes, they might actually be able to understand what you're thinking.
It's true.
There we go. Come out of the tight space right there. Open the field up like that. That's what you're looking for.
Edgar trying to connect with Armando. It's headed out of bounds by Texas High. So we'll have a Indian throw And we're going to have a substitution here. Victor Mendoza now in the game. Christian Castillo going to make his way off. I believe that means they're going to drop Sebastian back to left mid. Victor will go up top with Jacob Gonzalez.
He's off by several yards. Oh, blow your whistle. You don't have to. What?
Jack finds KC. Now over for Sebastian. Gonzalez going to play this one through for Mendoza. Chavez able to come out, clear it away for the Tigers. Jackson will have a throw in. KC able to beat his man. Jacob trying to connect with Victor Mendoza. And Texas High trying to send this one forward. Davian able to win it. Nava going to take over, finds Kleber. Now long ball played forward. Going to go into the hands of Chavez. Long punt headed away and out of bounds by Ethan. Texas High going to make a substitution. Throw in from the Tigers going to go out for a Jacksonville goal kick. 9 minutes remaining in the first half. Once again, Jacksonville leading the Tigers 1-0.
Oh, you didn't even talk about I was your second choice for the game tonight, did you, Ryan? You didn't let the fans at home know that.
I mean, they didn't have to know that.
They were in for a treat, so the game got rescheduled, and you're going to have a celebrity. Martin Melkor was going to be on tonight.
Yeah, Martin was supposed to be here, but unfortunately he has practice with his Angelina College Roadrunners.
A job gets in the way.
Yeah.
Sometimes jobs get in the way of a lot of fun.
I'm sure they had a very windy practice today.
But they did. Yeah, I was thinking about what Martin said when he was here. He's like, high school, they play so direct. Isn't that what he talked about? He's like, they just go straight to the goal.
He's like, what I've noticed this year from watching high school games is they just go straight to the goal. And it's like every one of them. I don't know that he had seen really any of them that didn't. Mount Pleasant, I think, maybe surprised him a little bit with how they started the game, especially.
I think it did, and because I was listening to that one, and he was talking about how they passed back across the back, but then as soon as they got a chance, they send it forward. You know, they had a couple passes across the back. It's like, oh, they're going to play with some possession now. This is unusual. I don't usually see this. And then, zoosh, as soon as they get a chance, sending it forward 50, 60 yards.
KC's pass well away from any Indian player and out of bounds for a Tiger throw-in. Mendoza beats his defender. Now going to find Jacob. Gonzalez trying to poke this one over for Sebastian. Sebastian hits this one towards the penalty spot and cleared out of bounds. Jackson will have a corner.
He's trying to get that ball to KC, but he's got to go between defenders, and then he's got two defenders on him. It's a
tough ball. A
very tough ball to play in there, but turns out you get a corner kick out of it, so now we get to use this scoring opportunity. And you can see now, Ryan, the wind has completely changed directions.
It's crazy. Crazy night.
You're not going to get an in-swinging ball. Oh.
Pretty good ball there from Ethan. Jacksonville trying to direct it goalward. Unfortunately, the wind is actually not blowing in their favor on that corner kick, so it's tough to get a header to actually reach the goal.
And who knows what it's going to do the second half.
Yeah, I mean, it just seems to switch directions. It almost seems to be blowing harder now than it was earlier. Victor trying to cut it back, and Texas High able to win it. Now trying to build some attack of their own. Ball goes out. Jacksonville throw. Clever finds Victor. Mendoza trying to get it back to Clever on the far sideline. And knocked away by Texas High, but Jacksonville now back on the attack. Sebastian Juarez going to hit this one across the face of goal. Texas High able to get a foot on it.
I feel like we're weather reporters coming in from Hurricane Galveston. Hurricane Andrew's about to hit. What's the weather like down there?
Yeah, it's definitely some swirling winds.
I mean, it's changed that sand that was in the air or dust. It's pretty much blown through. I didn't expect it to go through that fast, but it was definitely thick for a while. Walking across here, it was in my teeth. Just walking from the car to the stands, it was kind of in my eyes a little bit, and I could feel it in my teeth. I don't know where that dust came from, but I hope they washed it first.
I would guess probably some desert in California.
I don't know. I saw a deal on
maybe Arizona.
I saw a deal on Facebook where there was like a dust storm in around Roswell, New Mexico.
Oh yeah, I think it's the aliens.
No, I don't think it was because of the aliens, but it was. But they had a massive wreck because cars couldn't see and they were running into each other. You couldn't see. I bet you could see 100 yards in the picture. Maybe.
Oh, really?
Oh, it was super thick. Yeah. So who knows what it looked like when the accidents happened? But there's cars all mangled up on the side of the road. They said the sheriff was telling people just stay home, please.
Luckily, we didn't have that. We did see, I think it was just a couple hours ago, Dallas had like a reddish, which I'm sure we probably did too if you looked at it from a long-range angle.
For sure.
It kind of had like a reddish-brown tint from all the dust that had blown in.
Yeah, when I left my house and turned, because coming out, on Highway 79 toward the Tomato Bowl, you get a pretty long view there, and you could definitely see it. It wasn't so thick that it impeded your vision at that point, but you could definitely see the change in the air quality, the color of the air.
Just over 2.5 minutes remaining in the first half. Jacksonville trying to close this one out with it up 1-0 at the half. Maybe even 2. So we see a goal here in the last couple minutes. Sebastian with a good opportunity inside the 18.
There it is.
A great
good
move.
save.
A fantastic save there from Chavez.
It's a good shot and a good save. See the replay, Ryan.
Yeah, and this is a good job from Sebastian, realizing I have a little bit of space right here and just like makes the move, fires it on goal, and Chavez. That's a heck of a save.
Sebastian in that play, he's 1v1, and he's got another defender coming to support, and he beats both of them by splitting them. So what a play by Sebastian to get that shot off.
Corner coming in from Armando Lara. This one hung out at the top of the box. Yeah, I think the wind maybe is
made it go up higher than normal.
Yeah.
Put some lift under it. The wind puts a little lift under it.
Put a little bit. Ball going to go out. Tigers will have a throw-in on the far sideline.
Long throw.
Long ball played forward now by the Tigers. Davian wins the header. Tigers keep possession, though, off the clear from Jacksonville. This ball sent over the top. Davian able to bring it down. Now going to find Sebastian on the near sideline. Has lots of green grass in front of him. Finds Gonzalez. Going to take a long shot from distance.
It's a rocket.
Good attempt there from Jacob, just too high on the shot, goes out.
He had Sebastian. You watch that back. I mean, he would have put Sebastian in if he turns and plays that ball back to him.
Yeah, I think it's probably going to be the last play of the half, I would guess. Texas side keeper trying to get the ball. And that will do it for the first half of play here in the historic Tomato Bowl. Jacksonville up on the Tigers 1-0 at the half. Goal from Armando Lara off a corner. Really well taken corner there from Armando. And Jacksonville's had a number of opportunities. Just, there's been a couple of really good saves from Jared Chavez in goal today for Texas High. They've had a couple near misses. I mean, that shot from Jacob without the wind going on right now, who knows? But ultimately it goes over. Jacksonville's created a number of chances. They really haven't given up much on defense. Texas High has not really threatened the goal once that I can really think of. I think maybe Gustavo made one save. But that's about it. Thoughts on the first half, Paul?
I mean, Jacksonville's dominant with possession on the half. The quality of passes is so much higher. When you see Texas High, I mean, they're sending the ball forward. They're not passing the ball to anyone. They haven't. I don't know how you say this without being mean either. They have an intention to try and go forward with the ball and maybe find somebody who's able to win the ball, but they're not passing the ball and they're not building up. Jacksonville's so much better at that. But, we're going forward fast. And like I said, the one play where Sebastian gets down and breaks through and has a shot that, is a really quality opportunity. I mean, it's a long pass that sets that thing into position. But, for me, like there's a play I said, there's probably 7 or 8 minutes left, where they keep getting in a tight place. And they get real offensively, they get real compact and don't have a lot of options, and they end up getting turned. The ball ends up getting turned over, either gets stolen, goes out of bounds, intercepted, and they have options to play a simple pass. And a simple pass doesn't always mean a 5-yard pass. A simple pass can be a 30-yard pass on the ground to somebody who's completely wide open. And a lot of times you'll look, we want to go toward the sideline, and then it's almost like we get blinders on and we're going to keep going the way we're going, when the play is to turn, open up, create that space by playing a ball that's simple to one of your teammates, and then you can go. If you're tied in one area and it's real compact and the defenders are compact with you, I mean, you know what that means. There's space somewhere, and it's usually on the other side of the field. But it doesn't take a big switch, kicking a long ball across the field to do it. I mean, it may be a 2-step pass that moves the ball across the back, and then you're going to have a lot of opportunity. Plus, you're going to wear the opponent down. If you could just keep possession of the ball, Ryan and I talked about this today. I mean, it's really hard for the other team to score when you have the ball the whole time.
Yeah. Just
own the possession of the ball. Keep it with you all the time. And when you have one job, keep the ball. And when the other team, they'll just get frustrated. They'll get wore down, and then you'll break them apart and create opportunities just out of sheer, I don't want to say frustration, but just, just from wearing them down. When I was coaching, one of the things I would talk about was like, we want to make the other team not want to play anymore. Own possession of the ball. Keep it away from them. Make it where it's so frustrating for them. They don't want to play on soccer anymore. They don't want to be on the field anymore. And, when you've played a lot, when you're on a game and the other team has the ball and they're just passing and passing and passing, but I think you were fortunate. You were on teams that were just passing and passing.
We were the ones that were passing.
What happens to the opponent?
I mean, they just kind of get tired of chasing.
Yes.
It wears them out. If you're struggling to keep possession of the ball, you're just on defense the whole time, and a lot of it is trying to go and cover the person that got the pass, and it really does wear down the opponents to the point where you're kind of right. They are kind of just ready for the game to be over with and just get off the field and regroup and try it again another day. And Jacksonville, that's one thing that they do really well is control the possession of the game, and they've done that tonight. Texas High has struggled in the first half to keep possession and really find a good chance. It is 1-0. It's still a very close game. It's not like Jacksonville's stretched this out with a couple goals and is in the clear by any means, especially with the wind. You never know. The goal Jacksonville scored came off of a corner kick that may or may not have been intended to be shot, but ultimately the wind catches it and pushes it away where Chavez isn't able to make a read on. And that's the difference maker in the first half between these two teams is a goal off a corner kick. And Jacksonville's had a lot more opportunities, but they need to find another goal because it's really important that they win this game. There's 3 games, including this one left, or 2.5, I guess you could say at this point, for the Indians. And, after the loss last week, they're currently sitting in second. They're going to have to beat Mount Pleasant to have a shot at the district championship on Friday. They got to win tonight. Tonight is just as important as ever. Mount Pleasant does have an extra game. So they'll play Jacksonville Friday. I think they play Lufkin next Tuesday, and they play White House next Friday. And when Jacksonville tied them last time here in the Tomato Bowl, they then went on to draw the next 2 games against Lufkin and White House. So, there is some maybe fortune that Jacksonville has because they're finishing out with Marshall, who's in last place in district. Marshall played them very close when they went to Marshall. So, you definitely can't count the Mavs out. But it's a game that Jacksonville should win. So, you can come out, execute in the second half, walk away with a win, even if it's 1-0 at the end of this. If you just close it out and get the win, it sets you up in a really good spot for pretty much the district championship on Friday, where it's a must-win for Jacksonville if they want to come home with the district title this year.
Yeah, you're exactly right. What you said with the possession. With the score. We're winning 1-0, and you can win 1-0. You can win 8-0. A win's a win. Mm-hmm. We are completely dominating the game, and we are winning on the scoreboard. But we are not dominating on the scoreboard. They do need to come out, and they've had great chances. There's several. Sebastian. He had the one that was shot just past the post. He had the one that was the play over the top that he shot beside the goal. He had the cutback that hit into it was blocked by a defender, right on the inside the 6-yard box. So, we've had good opportunities. We just haven't been able to just quite finish them. And, that's what, I don't know. We talk about what's the coach talk about at halftime. One of the things, he's probably talking about is like, we've got to finish. You're getting chances. You're creating the opportunities, but you have to finish. So,
Jacksonville's controlled the possession in the first half. They haven't allowed a goal. That has been kind of a sore spot for Jacksonville this season is conceding goals. So you definitely do not want to do that in the second half. But the team that has the most possession doesn't always win. The other team can get a breakaway, find a goal. They can capitalize on a mistake here or there.
Soccer.
There's a lot of that happens in soccer where one team is just dominant, but they cannot score, and the other team gets 1 or 2 lucky breaks and finds goals and comes away with a win. And that's definitely something that you want to avoid if you're Jacksonville in the second half. Even if you just close this out scoreless in the second half for both teams, you have to get a win tonight. That's for sure.
Yeah, you talk about the possession. Kind of going back to that, I like to see the team just wear the other team down. If you're a fan of David Goggins, he talks about breaking somebody's will. His term that he uses is taking someone's soul. You make them no longer want to play, no longer want to be there, and then you have won. That is the beginning of victory. And so, for Jacksonville, with the quality of passes that we have, with the technical skills that we've got, we could just eat this team up just by controlling possession. Continue to move the ball, find open players, make simple passes. They don't always have to be, difficult for players to control. Just keep moving the ball and wear the other team out.
Yeah, Indians back out of the locker room. Texas High still in the locker room, it looks like. Got about 30 seconds left here in halftime. Once again, thank you for joining us on JISD Live. And hopefully Jacksonville comes out with some fire under them here. Score a goal early. Give yourself a little more cushion here in the second half. I mean, you've had so many opportunities. Just gotta put some away. That hasn't always been the struggle for Jacksonville this season. They have struggled with that at times. It's just finishing and finding those goals. And that's just part of soccer in general.
It's the hardest thing to do is score.
Yeah, score. If it was easy to score, every game would be like 25 to 23. It would be like a football score. But that's not the case. It is very tough to score, especially when you have someone in the goal for the opponents like Jared Chavez, who's made some great saves and kept them in this game. That's kind of what they're going to expect from him in the second half, I'm sure, is to continue to be a factor in the game by making the saves, being a big presence in the goal for Texas High. And, he kind of got unfortunate there on that corner kick. I mean, really, this very easily still could be a scoreless game.
Yeah, I think that's an issue of, the wind just killed the ball in the air. And, he's trying to judge it and move forward. And he sure doesn't want it to go over his head.
Yeah.
And then, it just dies right in front of him, and he can't quite get there to really knock it away.
And you don't hardly ever see one, especially, even with the wind, find the back of the net at the near post. I mean, that's a crazy corner kick.
I don't know when I've seen one bent into the near post. Like, you see them bent to the back post, not bent to the near post. That tells you, the conditions that we're playing in. But he did. The one play where they had a great shot, he made a dramatic save to keep that ball, out of the goal. And every time you say his name, I think about Young Guns. So you're not old enough to probably even watch. You've never even watched Young Guns, have you? Chavez. Yeah. Every time when you say Chavez, I think about Young Guns. So.
Yeah, and Texas High, they're in 8th place in district right now. Don't really have a shot to make the playoffs, but, Tyler High was fighting for a playoff spot last week and came in and got the job done. And Texas High, you're down 1 goal here in the second half. You're not going to just lay down and let Jacksonville win. They're going to come out with some fire. They're going to try to find an equalizer here early, and Jacksonville has got to play really sound defensively here in the second half, but they have got to find another goal and give themselves some cushion, because tonight, once again, is a must win if they want a shot at the district title on Friday. Which that game will also be a must win.
Yeah, every time you say his name, that's what I think about. Lou Diamond Phillips playing Chavez. I can't remember the other character that would holler his name out. Chavez!
Good ball here from the Tigers into the middle of the field. Texas High now trying to control possession. Build out of the back.
Good job cutting his angle off by Jacob, shutting that play down.
Armando finds Cole. KC sends this one over for Nava.
Oh.
Cole trying to get to it, deflected off of him, and Texas High now with possession going to send this ball over the top. Herrera gets a head on it. quickly won by the Tigers. Some of these deflections and 50-50 balls, you definitely like to see Jacksonville here at the beginning of the second half just really make a statement that they are going to be the ones, the aggressors. They're going to be the ones that win those.
Yeah, that's what we talk about, breaking somebody's will. If you come out and win the 50-50 balls and dominate that, the other team does not want to continue to try and contest them. It's I don't know, it's like a snowball rolling downhill. You come out and, like you said, make a statement, but just be determined. We're going to win the 50-50 balls. It's the first 5 minutes of a half. After that, like, it's determined who's going to win them. So.
Armando going to send this one back into the Jacksonville defense. Nava able to get a flick on. Castillo finds Killingsworth. Cole continues his run. Jacob trying to find him.
He's trying to find him with a creative pass instead of just turning and playing it left-footed down the line to him. He's got enough time to make the turn and go ahead and pass it. He doesn't have to be so fancy. You don't have to be so fancy, Ryan.
Yeah, I mean, most of the time just regular old vanilla soccer is what gets the job done.
Yeah, you watch, so you watched the Dynamos play against the Miami. I mean, what do most of their passes look like? 99% of their passes look like.
And they're just routine.
Vanilla, baby.
Vanilla passes.
They're fast.
Just
they're right.
A lot of pace, right to somebody where they can move and.
To the exact right spot.
Yeah.
But, yeah, not very often are we getting fancy with a pass. We're just going to in-step pass directly to where it needs to be. Keep it on the ground as much as we can.
Nava set to send this ball in off the corner. Looks like referee going to make sure
the
good on the goal.
I mean, the way the wind's blowing, it's probably moved it around. Oh,
Nava,
good low
direct ball
shot.
in.
Oh, we talk about getting a low corner kick and getting it in there. That was a good one. So we were close. We just didn't quite hit the ball well, but, I mean, that's a dangerous ball for Jacksonville to put in front of the goal.
Yeah, that was a really well-taken corner there from Nava. Marrero just couldn't quite get a solid shot on it to get it past Chavez. Sebastian trying to send this one forward for KC. Carroll able to get a knee on it. Texas High now with possession and on the move. Ball played out. Jackson will have a throw-in. Cole going to quickly take this one, throws it down the line for Jacob. Jacob, good ball across the middle. Jacksonville has players there. Sebastian.
Oh,
and another fantastic save there from Jared Chavez. Taking another look at that here on the replay. This is a really well-played ball from Jacob. You know, Texas High able to get ahead on it, takes a deflection. But Sebastian, I mean, 99% of the time puts those in the net, and that's just a really good save.
And you see when that play develops, Cole made the run before and creates that space down the side. He makes the run then, and Jacob doesn't go to him with the ball, but he draws that defender out and creates part of the opportunity there. The off-the-ball players do not get enough credit for what they do. You know, a lot of times,
Whoa.
That was unusual.
Still dangerous for Jacksonville. Sebastian hits this one back inside, now cleared for the moment by Texas High. I don't know if it's coming across on the camera, but players' jerseys are moving a lot. Chavez with another great job batting that one away from the face of goal.
I don't know when I've seen a ball rise quite like that either, because that one came in. It's kind of like it scooted up, like watching a wiffle ball. Yeah, Ryan, the off-the-ball players, like I was saying before, that corner kick don't always get enough credit for what they do. You know, a lot of times players, they make a run and they don't get a ball, and they are like, "Wait, I'm making a run, but I don't get a ball." Your run does more than whether you get the ball or not. If your run opens up space for your teammates, I mean, it's a team sport, and you know, you did your job. Even though you didn't receive a ball, you did exactly what you needed to do in that moment. Soccer's such an autonomous game. You know, the players on the field have got to make decisions in the moment, real time. You know, it's not like football or where the coach has a whole lot of influence on, you know, the moments of the game. You know, in soccer, it's so free flowing. You know, you've got to know what to do. You got to know, you know, how to read the, you know, the cues of the game and make your decisions.
Yeah, and, you know, like even basketball, like you've got time to slow the pace of the game down, get everybody set up in a play that you want. Soccer, really the only time that you have a chance to do that is on a set piece, whether it's a corner kick or a free kick. And even then, you know, it depends on where on the field you are. Like basketball, you can slow it down. You can start your play from the exact point that you practice from because the person with the ball is going over there. Soccer, I mean, a lot of the set piece stuff is just kind of to chance on where the foul occurs.
Oh. Whoa. Good effort by Ethan trying to save that ball. It was a hard run and a ball he probably didn't have a shot at no matter what. So, yeah, you're right. There are so many variables to this game, you know, where the set pieces occur from. Because they can be anywhere.
Yeah, you can't just like go center of the top of the box and be like, we're going to make sure our set pieces from here are perfect, because you know how often you may get one of those a season. I mean, it may not even be once a game. I mean, you may get one of those a season. So you've got to be creative with it for sure. But I mean, it's really the only time that you get a chance to set something up. Other than that, soccer just constantly moves. It's constantly a flowing game, and the ball moves from one end to the other. Players have to make quick decisions in the moment. And as far as coaching, I mean, you try to do as much as you can in practice, but ultimately in the game, I mean, it really comes down to the players.
Yeah, I believe soccer is the most complex game. It's the hardest game to coach, because you have so little influence as a coach during the actual play of the game. Yeah. You have to do all of your preparation during practice. You have to teach players how to play the game, because you can't do it for them. You know, unlike a football play where, all right, we're going to line up, you're going to play in this position, you're going to run this route, your block is this responsibility. I mean, and you may have somebody who's got to make, you know, a read, but it's at a stop. Like, we're making a read from a stop position.
Well, and it's one player usually that's making the read. So
yeah, and in soccer, I always like to say everybody gets to be the quarterback in soccer. You know, every time you get the ball, you get to make a decision about what you're going to do with the ball, who you're going to pass to, whether you're going to, you know, dribble or you're going to pass. I mean, there's so many decisions to make. It's the most complex game for the players.
Jacob finds KC, trying to play that one across the face of the goal, and too far on the pass, out of bounds. Texas High goal kick.
You know, when we talk about it, like, there's so many things that you have to read in the game. You're reading, if you're the team with the ball, you're reading the defense. You're reading your teammates' movements. If you're the one with the ball, you're reading who your teammates, you know, how your teammates are moving when you have it. If you're not the person with the ball, you may be reading the person with the ball. You may be reading the actions of people that are close to the ball to make your decision about what you want to do. It's just so much to coordinate to really do it and do it well.
Armando able to find KC, now across the middle for Ethan. Jacob.
There we go.
Finds Cole.
Oh, good.
Finds Armando quickly. Going to send this one across and headed away by Texas High. Davian now going to pull the trigger from well outside the box and well wide of the goal.
That was a good example of keeping some simple passes, connecting them together to create an opportunity right there.
At 12 minutes into the second half, Jacksonville with almost all the possession, all the attack. Still haven't found a goal. It's just been a struggle tonight.
I mean, we're right on top
They've
of
had a
it.
couple really good opportunities. Chavez has made a couple really good saves in the second half. Right now, he has been the difference maker.
I mean, Chavez is the player of the night for for Texas High.
Davian able to find Cole. This one off the defender and out. Jacksonville will have a throw in. Long throw in here from Cole. Finds Jacob. Jacob fighting to keep this one in play. And now played out of bounds by Colin Pritchett. So we'll have another throw in here for Cole Killingsworth. Long throw in KC.
Oh.
Just wide
Cole
on the
thought-
header.
Cole thought it went in. You see him? He's signaling that he thought it went in, then he saw it bounce into the blue. From his angle, he thought he scored. That was a well-struck header.
Yeah, it was.
I mean, he had enough power on it. You know, early in the game, Texas High was looking like they were going to try and do a build-out on their goal kicks, and I don't think they built out once. Jacksonville went into a high press against them, and they elected to get out of it, and I don't think they've ever even set back up for it again, have they?
I don't think so. KC looking over the top for Jacob. Gonzalez going to try to keep this one in. Goes out. Be a Tiger goal kick.
The wind is blowing to the Jacksonville. Well, I was going to say it's blowing down the field for Jacksonville. Then it's back to blowing on the side. So.
The flags half the time aren't even blowing the same direction.
I know. We had a substitute there. 5 came out.
Yeah, I think that's.
There's the run. He didn't quite get that ball. Oh, come on, Cole.
Cole not able to get there.
He didn't
Yeah.
quite get that ball wide enough for Cole.
I think Kleber came off. Aiden Galvan now in at left back for the Indians. Ball out of bounds for Jacksonville. Throw off the punt. Cole. Long throw in. Finds Jacob. We're going to have a foul here go against Texas High. Ethan going to make his way over. Take the free kick for Jacksonville. Good ball here.
Oh, that's
from
the
Ethan.
dangers. Oh, my goodness.
No one from Jacksonville able to get that one on frame. I'm not even sure if anyone touched it.
No, I would like to have seen
I
the
think
ball.
Edgar Morera and Davian Tavera both were there. There may have been one other Indian player in there as well, but neither one of those guys able to get a head on the ball or just a body. It would not have taken much to just deflect that
just
one into the
deflect it.
goal.
Yeah, they don't have to be pretty. Whatever you can hit it with, except your hands. Just don't hit it with your hands.
True.
The I like how you agreed with me on that one.
It's true.
The goalkeeper, I was really surprised Chavez didn't come out more aggressively on that one, but I think that has a factor on this wind.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, I don't know where that ball's going to go because come out and then the thing, moves like a wiffle ball at you. There's the turn. Look at this play.
Good ball here over for Armando. Armando trying to get a little fancy there. Find Cole. Just not enough pace on that pass.
Oh, you don't have to be
to get
fancy.
it to Cole.
You don't get that call.
Might go buy a kite for tomorrow.
Oh, you wouldn't.
They just fly it as far as it'll go.
This
will probably break off.
I was going to say, this reminds me of like when we go to the beach and you just stick them in the sand. You don't even have to do anything.
Gustavo well out, able to clear this one.
A low ball.
Back forward. Texas High trying to move it forward quickly. Galvan able to step, win it back for the Indians. Castillo finds KC. And now Sebastian trying to send this one over the top for Gonzalez. Jacob able to hit it back in front of goal. KC was there, but Texas High able to knock it away from goal. Jacob, though, cross comes back in and now played out for a Jacksonville throw-in. So we'll see another long throw-in from Cole. Should be able to get this one way into the box with this wind.
Jacob was injured there for a few minutes. He was really struggling to walk, and then when that ball started to go back forward, he made a miraculous recovery. I don't know if you were aware of that. Oh, get in there.
Chavez somehow able to get a hand on that.
The wall.
And I think that went out for a corner. So we should see Ethan come over to take this corner.
See if somebody went to get him a ball. See if he whips it in there again like he did earlier. There you go.
Low ball from Ethan.
That's it. So close, man.
That ball did not go out of bounds with the wind. That's
crazy. My gosh.
KC rifles this one towards goal. Blocked, and Armando well wide. Yeah, did you see that when it went up in the air? The wind went whoosh and just pushed it away from the goal. I thought for sure it was going out of bounds, and then it somehow ends up almost at the top of the 18.
I've never seen that before. Like it looked like it bounced off of the net. It came back so hard. You can't pick that up. That came from KC, didn't it? Did it not?
I guess not.
Oh. I mean, he was standing by it, but I mean, I am way up here, but maybe they wouldn't think a 60-yard, 70-yard pass is deliberate to kick to the goalkeeper.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, the rule says it has to be deliberately passed.
Edgar going to send this one out of bounds. Texas High will have a throw in halfway through the second half. Still no goals. Jacksonville with pretty much all the pressure. Texas High inside the Jacksonville half currently, but Jacksonville has really controlled this second half. We've had a number of opportunities. Chavez just a brick wall back there tonight for the Tigers. Christian Castillo finds KC. Carroll with a good ball forward for Jacob Gonzalez. Jacob now trying to beat the defender, going to pull the trigger himself. And a fantastic goal there from Jacob Gonzalez. Gets Jacksonville their second goal and a little more cushion here with 19-18 remaining in the game.
He isolates that player on the outside.
Yeah, that was a really well-played ball from KC, too. Finds Jacob up there, and Jacob with a good move past the defender, puts it away from Chavez, and once again gives Jacksonville the cushion that they were looking for to try to close this one out with a win. Armando looking across the field for Christian. Christian Castillo. Drop this one back for Torres. Armando finds Jacob. Jacob now to KC, keeps it in play, finds Sebastian, can't get a foot on it. And now Texas High able to clear this one away, still keeping possession. Trying to get numbers forward. Ball poked through the Jacksonville back line. Galvan sends it back for Gustavo. Quickly going to find Davian. Jack Torres going to play this one out off of Texas High for a Jacksonville throw. And we'll have a substitution here for the Indians. Hilario Ochoa going to make his way on. Looks like they're going to drop KC back to defensive mid, Jacob back to attacking mid, and Hilario, it looks like, will go up top for the Indians.
Not very often you see Ethan come out, do you?
No, I'm not sure when I've seen him subbed off this season. Texas High controlling some possession here. And now going to play this one forward. It's going to go out. I think maybe they called a foul, actually.
Oh. Okay.
I don't know. Something back at midfield. Yeah.
Okay.
You almost need a teammate to come and
a tee,
hold the ball for you. Yeah.
It's like in football when it won't stay on the tee and they have to come out there.
Armando high into the air. Jacksonville with a couple guys down the field. And Texas High going to clear this one out for a Indian throw-in on the far sideline. Jacob still with possession. Going to play KC. And back to Edgar. Now before Aiden Galvan. KC with a good turn finds Davian. Castillo now for Gonzalez. Jacob trying to send Jack Torres down the line. Texas High gonna
he may have kept
let
it
this
in.
one go out.
No,
Somehow
almost.
Jack,
my goodness.
he was able to keep it in, and
Yeah.
then I think the wind pushed it out.
Yeah.
But that was a heck of an effort there from Jack Torres. It is crazy how much the field goal posts are
moving.
Yeah.
I wonder what rating they have.
I don't know.
Sure they have I'm sure somewhere there's a rating for how much wind they'll stand up to.
We haven't reached that point yet, I guess.
Knock on wood.
Ball
Jacksonville,
headed.
we were talking about possession and maintenance.
Yeah.
Jacksonville was showing, before that play, that was what Jacksonville was showing was, hey, we could just maintain possession in the center, area of the field, control it, move the ball around. You can't touch the ball. I like to see it. It's quality soccer. Just maintaining possession, working and finding your opportunities. one thing, they've got several players for Jacksonville that have really good turns. Receiving the ball, there's a skill to be able to receive the ball and turn effectively and with it. And there's several players for Jacksonville that have really good turns. Ooh,
Bastion finds Galvan, goes off of his head, trying to keep it
still in
play. Armando. Long ball across the field, headed by Texas High. Torres now trying to find Castillo, and this one, surprised Texas High just didn't let that one go out.
I don't know. There's another ball in the field too. Well, goalkeeper change for Jacksonville.
Yeah, Gustavo going to make his way out. Tristan Barajas back in. Seen quite a bit of him this season as Gustavo had a concussion a couple weeks ago.
Big shot.
Long shot from KC off the crossbar of the uprights. They'll go out for a Texas High goal kick. But yeah, we've seen quite a bit of Tristan. I'm pretty sure he's a freshman this year. He's done a pretty good job in goal for Jacksonville when his name has been called. So
Here's the build out. Yeah, the build. We talked about Texas side building out of the back, and they not doing it, and then they went back to it. The key to defending the building out of the back. Did very many people do that when you were playing? It's been a few years now.
We
old,
did it.
old
but
man.
I don't know. It wasn't really a thing back then. I don't think.
I mean, now it's
Yeah, you see it all the time.
Yeah. Good job, Sebastian.
Sebastian trying to find some open space. Nothing there.
Hard when he's got to dribble 4. Yeah, the key to the building out of the back is to defending the build out of the back like that, run your high press effectively, is you've got to be organized with your press. You got to move people in the right positions to try to, cut the field off, eliminate an angle, and then understand where you're going to try and squeeze the ball down. That's how you win the ball back high up the field. Is as a team, you have to understand, we're looking for a specific movement, and if we can get the ball played in this area, we're going to squeeze down and we're going to try and win it back right there. People watch it and they think, they're just trying to win the ball all over the field. No, typically what they're trying to do is force the ball into a position that's ideal for them and then win the ball from that spot.
Armando looking across the field. Ball takes a deflection. Finds Sebastian. Now Jacob trying to beat this one to the touchline. Can't do it.
He's done that twice. He's got the guy beat. His touch is just a little too hard on that one. The wind might be a factor in it too because the way things are going. But if he can get to where he can control that touch forward and beat that player, when he does that, it's I'm not going to say it's an automatic goal, but your odds go way up.
Yeah, and it's fairly easy too. So as long as you've got somebody in the correct position that you can drop a ball back to, all they have to do is poke it in goal.
It's hard to set up, and it's easy to finish.
Texas High going to send this one out. Jacksonville will have a throw-in under 10 minutes remaining in the second half. And Jacksonville, after the second goal, has a little cushion. Still lots of pressure on this Texas High defense.
Keep that pass on the ground. There it is.
Armando. Long ball sent over the top. Jacksonville with guys there. Crossed in. Chavez makes a great play on it. Comes out and makes the grab for the Tigers.
Yeah, there's some big movement there. That was a dangerous play. Chavez taking full advantage of the wind on that punt.
Yeah, big punt there from Jared Chavez.
Ooh, almost kept that in. What an athletic play.
Hey, unlucky.
Run.
Unlucky.
Hey, speaking of dust storms, Ryan, did I tell you last year I was in California and there was a dust storm?
I don't guess so.
Okay, so it was the day we were flying back, and like it was so dusty, planes were delayed coming out of the airport. But when I went to get my car to drive back to the airport, I had parked inside the parking garage. The dust was so thick on my windshield, I turned my wiper blades on, and it threw it off the car. I was like, I got in, looked at them like I can't see. I turned the wipers on, and the wipers, it was just like it took a handful of dirt and just threw it off the window.
That's crazy.
It was so wild.
I'm glad we didn't have that level
No,
today.
There's a shot. Can we finish it up?
Chavez
Stay in the
able to make
play.
the save. Sebastian looking to turn this one back inside, try to find Hilario. It's headed away by the Tigers and now cleared after Victor Mendoza trying to get between a couple defenders.
Yeah, this is one of those like we see a lot of times, Ryan. The opponent clears the ball out, and Jacksonville just collects it and goes right back into attack. It's almost just like this relentless attack that they can't get a break from it.
Edgar looking to send this ball over the top. Shot from distance, saved by Chavez.
Chavez just cool like a cucumber back there catching that ball. I was like, that's a pretty good shot. He just picked it up.
Long punt once again from Jared Chavez. Jacob trying to beat a couple defenders.
Whoa. We're getting a little chippy with the last 5 minutes of the game. Yeah. Yeah, it's funny too, Ryan. Usually it's Jacob's the one that does something like that, not the other way around.
Armando Lara set to take the free kick. Hits this one across the field. Jacksonville with some numbers there.
Yeah, somebody tell the fans keep their mouth shut. And we have a great video, Ryan, that they run before the game about how fans should behave. I would like to see them run that right before the kickoff, personally.
Yeah. I mean, there's only 5 minutes left. You're up 2-0. There's no reason for what they're yelling about.
No, just finish the game out. Let the players play the game. It's the players on the field that play the game. Let them do it. The referees will call the game. Players will play the game. Fans' job's to cheer.
Jacob looking to send this one forward for Ilario. Chavez makes the save. I think Jared Chavez is just trying to get Texas High out of this game.
Yeah.
He's hitting some long punts down here, though, with this wind behind him right now.
I mean, he's booming it.
Jack Torres with a good move, finds some space.
Oh. He's going to call that. I guess he's going to end up getting a card over this. There, he's getting one now. So, maybe not. Yeah, he is. He's going to get a yellow for that. I mean, you can see it coming. The referee's already told him more than one time. Like, and then he just deliberately runs into his back.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what we talk about getting frustrated. I mean, these are the signs of frustration. I mean, it's 2-0, but yeah, when you
yeah, I mean, Jacksonville's really controlled the game, though.
I mean, definitely.
Yeah, I don't know. I know we're not keeping up with possession up here because that requires a team of people to do.
We need a team. We need a team, Ryan.
We need a team of people to take the possession numbers for us so we can talk about it. But I would guess Jacksonville's probably about 60-65% at least on this.
At least, and Texas High occasionally makes a pass, but you know what they've had a lot of? I don't want to, overly criticize them, but they've had a lot of just kicks. Like you see a lot of kicks where it's just kind of like their back is to Jacksonville's end of the field, and they just kick the ball high up in the air and then, 50-50 for it. So you can't really count that kind of stuff as, as a possession. But there's been an unusual number of those type balls tonight, which, you do have this kind of crazy wind.
Yeah, Jacksonville's defense is just so good at reading those passes that they're trying to push through to. Yeah, you can visibly see the frustration when Jacksonville stops those passes from coming through on the Texas High players. I know you can't see it on camera, but watching them, they're just their head kind of drops. They kind of throw their hands up in the air. Man, it's just
nothing works.
It's just not happening tonight.
I mean, that's your job when you're playing, is to make the other team not want to be out there anymore. Not in a scared from physical type of play, and just breaking them down. When you say that, Ryan, it makes me think about watching UFC. I used to watch a bunch of it, and one guy wins the fight and the other guy doesn't. And I would say 95% of the time, the guy that wins the fight looks like he still wants to be there. The other guy looks like he does not want to be in the ring anymore. All he's waiting for is the bell to ring and get out of there. Mm-hmm. He's done with the fight. He doesn't want to fight anymore. The other guy who's winning the fight still wants to fight.
Yeah. And that'll do it here from the historic Tomato Bowl. Jacksonville gets a 2-0 win over Texas High. Very impressive performance tonight from the Indians. Just probably would have liked to have connected on a couple more of those shots that they did, but a great job, a great game from Jared Chavez in goal for the Tigers. Really kept them in this game. And Jacksonville with a win tonight is going to have the biggest game of the year for sure for Jacksonville on Friday in Mount Pleasant. So if you can make it over there to support the boys, definitely do. If you can't, but you can make it to the historic Tomato Bowl, it's definitely going to be the place to be on Friday night as the girls have their senior night as they will take on Mount Pleasant. As far as I'm aware, those games, let me double check before I say this, because I have a feeling that they're earlier, like maybe a 4 o'clock and 6 o'clock or something on Friday. Let me me see if I can pull that up real quick. But definitely come out, support the maidens on Friday as they take on Mount Pleasant. Mount Pleasant, I think, is currently in 3rd place in district for the girls. And, you know, Jacksonville got a big win the last time that they went to Mount Pleasant. It was 6-0. But that doesn't – I mean, Mount Pleasant has a good team. They played a lot of really close games, played a lot of really good games. I'm not really sure if they had their full squad that night because I know they had canceled the JV game due to lack of players. So you never know. We could have another – super exciting game on Friday night in the historic Tomato Bowl. It was a fantastic game on Friday as the girls drew Hallsville 2-2 and found an equalizer with 2.5 minutes or 2:14 left, I think, on the clock. Doesn't get much more exciting than that. The only thing that could have made that more exciting was for them to find a game winner with about 10 seconds left or something. Yeah. But very exciting game. Should have another really good game on Friday as the maidens take on Mount Pleasant. I'm having trouble getting anything to load right now. Who knows? Could be the wind or something. But definitely come out, support the maidens on Friday. If I'm correct, it's 4 and 6 o'clock start. If I'm incorrect, it's 5:30 and 7 o'clock start. I'm sure you can look it up on Max Preps and maybe have a better idea than I do currently. But once again, thank you for joining us tonight on JISD Live. On behalf of Paul, Travis, Lee, Trailer, and the JISD Live students here tonight, thank you for joining us, and we'll see you back here on Friday.